This is McCook's Mr. Bill. It is an honor to have you here. Losing respect from the bottom and the top. Yeah. It's hard to respect any law enforcement when a 9-year-old boy goes fishing for the first time ever all by himself and he catches a fish. And that fish was a half inch too short for the species that he caught. And so the game warden stopped him. And that's right, he fined the family $300 and that boy got a criminal record for the rest of his life. 9-year-old boy. How do you lose respect for the law enforcement? How about at the top? Well, without question, the FBI is considered the top of the law enforcement. They went to talk to a woman, an 83-year-old woman, and she was working community service. She was retired, 83, and working at a library. So they went to talk to her to ask about somebody they thought she knew and might have information on, which she only knew of the person but had never spoken to them and knew nothing about them. Couldn't help the FBI there. And so the FBI left, and it was the end of it. But somebody asked her what was going on, and she said, well, the FBI came and they wanted to know about somebody. Didn't say who it was, just said the FBI was looking for somebody or looking into somebody, and she couldn't help them. That's all she said. No other information was given. Nothing specific. At the same time, the FBI got word of it somehow, some way, and they arrested that 83-year-old woman. That's right. And they got her charged, and she was facing 5 years in prison. Luckily, a federal judge that was appointed said, no, wait a minute, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And he was about to throw the case out, which would be a precedent, meaning they wouldn't be able to do that very easy, if ever, again. And so the FBI said, oh, never mind, we'll drop the charges. We'll drop the charges. But they would have so loved to put an 83-year-old woman in prison for 5 years, just to scare the rest of the public and to be the bullies. And, without question, a little bit closer to a police state. Yeah. It's very easy to make a mistake in law enforcement, but sometimes they go beyond that mistake and they do more damage to themselves than they can possibly imagine to the public. That's 2 examples. I bet you have some too.